Welcome to the next segment in our weight cut. Today we're going to talk about week 2 up until the week before weigh-ins. We're going to go over what we're going to eat, we're going to go over when we're going to eat, and we're also going to go over what to do if our weight stalls out or if we gain. I'm not going to get super deep into the whys of everything we're doing, so if you have questions and you want a deeper answer, please let us know and I will get back to you. Just for the sake of not having a 2-hour long video, I'm just going to give you the guidelines. I guarantee you a happy weight cut if you follow the guidelines. We're going to stick to 3 main food groups on our weight cut: vegetables, protein, and whole grain carbs. This is what your plate should look like, okay? It should be mostly vegetables. Low in calories, super filling. As far as your vegetables go, I want you to think dark green vegetables. So we're going to use things like tomatoes and onions and peppers to season our dark green vegetables, give you a little bit of added flavor. As far as seasonings go, we want to try to avoid things like sauces and cheeses. They're going to add extra calories and sugar to our plate. Try to stick to spices and things that don't have a lot of calories. Very little calories, whole lot of flavor. Eating cheese every once in a while is not going to hurt you. Eating a little bit of ranch every once in a while is not going to hurt you, but it is going to add those extra calories. So if you have been eating those things and your weight stalls out, that's one thing you can look at to get rid of. I promise you, if you eat these food groups every meal, 90% of the time, you're going to feel full, you're going to feel good, your body's going to get what it needs on this weight cut, and you're going to lose weight. I want you guys to eat 4 to 6 meals a day, and I want you to pay attention to before training and after training meals. Those are the most important. So you want fuel for your training session. Don't go from work or school or whatever you're doing to the training session without a meal in there. So try to eat every 3.5 to 5 hours. The second most important meal is right after your training session. When you've broke down your muscles, your body is just looking to rebuild. So we're going to give it the building blocks by eating that meal. Good rule of thumb is within 45 minutes. If you can't make that window, if you've got a long drive home, put a snack in your car. As far as portions go, really, really hard to gain weight on the meal plan we're giving you, so eat a lot and see how you do. You should be losing weight and then adjust your portion sizes accordingly. We're starting in week 2, so that gives us time to figure out what makes our body happy and how much is good for us. So that's as far as frequency and portions. We're going to move into what to do if your weight stalls out. Now we're going to go over things you can do if your weight stalls out or if you start gaining. One thing to keep in mind is the body is not perfect. You will not lose every single day. I want you to keep track of your weight fairly often, and if you stay the same or if you gain for 3 or more days, we need to start checking these things. So I'm going to give you 4 things to do if this happens. The very first thing I want you to do is go to bed. More often than not, our fighters are overtrained, not undertrained, and then you're under-recovered. So going to bed is super important. You make the most amount of human growth hormone when you're sleeping. You also reduce your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone, which is going to keep fat on your body. Just this week, I had a fighter, 3 days of staying the same, and then he gained a pound. He wanted to increase his exercise. This is the last thing we want to do, is add stress to the body. We want to take as much stress away as we can. So I told him, asked him how sleeping was. He had a cold, didn't sleep good for 3 or 4 nights. Told him to get a good night's sleep. He took some melatonin, passed out hard. This morning was 2 pounds lighter. 2 pounds. That's huge. This is how important it is for your body. So first thing on our list is go to bed, see what happens. Number 2 is check your water. If you drink alcohol or if you drink caffeine or if you don't drink enough water, your body will retain. You will gain overnight. You will be fluffy. So all you got to do to fix this is drink more water. Get back to your gallon a day, lay off the caffeine, lay off the alcohol, and you will dump all that retained water pretty quickly. Number 3 is now we're going to mess with your portions. You're either going to need to increase or decrease your portions. If you feel like junk, if you've been hungry for the past couple days, if you haven't been performing well in class, chances are you need to increase your food intake. Just a little bit, okay? We don't want to eat so many more calories that now we're behind the 8 ball and we got to lose them again. We just want to increase enough to where our body's happy again and you start losing weight. It's either going to be that or you need to decrease. So if you feel good, you feel full, you're not hungry, you're kicking ass at class, and your weight's up or stalling out, now we're going to decrease our portions. Again, just a little bit. Don't get freaked out by 1 or 2 days of a stall and then go starving yourself, because you're going to halt the whole process and it's going to take even more days to even you back out. So Only decrease or increase by a little bit. Think 15 to 20%. Do it for a day or two, see what happens, and then increase or decrease a little bit more depending, okay? So small adjustments. Don't stress the body out. Don't freak it out. The last thing we're going to do is increase your exercise. So most fighters are getting in plenty of training. You only have to whoop ass for about 30 minutes. So, if you're doing an hour to 3 hours of training a day, you've got that in you. We don't want to add more stress on your joints and stress on your body just to get you to lose weight. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of cardio per day. So we're talking, 10, 15 minutes on the elliptical, 20 minutes, low impact exercises, elliptical, bike, walking, just add a little bit a day. Don't put on a trash bag and go running 7-10 miles. You're gonna freak your body out, okay? Again, I'm gonna say it a lot of times. That's the goal, is just keep your body nice and even and it will lose the weight. It'll be happy to oblige. So first thing is go to bed, get some good recovery. Number 2 is check your water. If you know you screwed up on your water, if you drank alcohol or caffeine or didn't drink enough, check your water. It'll come back off. Number 3 is then we're gonna adjust our portion sizes. And number 4 is then we're gonna add our cardio. If you have any other questions, if you've done these 4 things and you know you're perfect and on point, like I said, the vast majority of the time this works. If it's not though, please hit me up. I am more than happy to help you tweak your program. Usually it's a small thing that will throw us in the right direction. All right, friends, that was the second segment of our weight cut. We went through week 2 up until the week of weigh-ins. You're going to follow this plan. Our next segment is going to be the week of weigh-ins. We have a contingency plan if you're a little bit heavy. We're going to talk about how to do your water cut correctly, what to eat the day before weigh-ins, what to eat the day of weigh-ins, and then how to recover between weigh-ins and your fight so you feel as amazing as possible. If you have any questions, please hit up killertendencies@gmail.com, and we'll see you next time.